Hello, this is Mahlena Ray Johnson with For Nerdy Girls with Mahlena Ray Johnson, and today is May 24th, 2018. Today's topic is rejection. What if no one likes me? Mahlena explains how to deal with people who are not your people. First, who am I? I'm still Mahlena Ray Johnson. I went to Loyola Marymount University for film school. I went to University of Southern California for business school, where I got my MBA in marketing, entertainment, and entrepreneurship. And I am also a writer. I wrote my fourth book, Love It a Luau, which is a romance novel about a refugee suffering from PTSD who is scared to fall in love with a single dad. And I'm working on my fifth book, But You Have No Idea, which is about this parallel novel. It's about infidelity, betrayal, and polyamory. All right. So what's the other thing I said? Oh, yes. So I have, over the past 10 years, I have done hundreds of informational interviews and coffee chats. I have attended thousands of networking events and conferences, and I have, yes, hundreds and thousands. I have connected with thousands of people all over the world, so I'm immensely qualified to help you with your networking skills and making friends in business. Okay, so today we're talking about rejection again, which is a difficult subject to talk about, but I want to get to the pain and what is bugging you so we can look at it, put some sunshine on it, or I guess it's a flashlight, put a flashlight on it, see what's going on in there, and flush it out. So, in networking, you're always going to find people who are not your people. And sometimes you want them to be your people, but they're just not. And sometimes you can't tell that immediately. Sometimes it takes a little time, a little talkity talk, and then you find out, oh, either this person is not into me at all, or this person is into me and I don't think it's right, or you're both really into each other and then someone just decides, I'm not into this anymore, and it's that. So I want to tell you the ways that you can deal with people who are not your people by sharing some stories about my life. So, as you may know, if you have watched more of my videos, I have dealt with rejection many, many times from many, many different aspects. Specifically, I'm going to talk about not dating anyone for a long, long time. Not in elementary school. Well, I mean, I could start earlier than that, but I was dating. I mean, not that many people are dating people in preschool. That's weird. But not in elementary school, not in middle school, not in high school, not in college, not in business school. Actually, so I should take that back. So that's a longer story that I have to deal with. But let's just say not in college. Okay. So no, it's not like I wasn't attracted to other people throughout my school time. But the people that I was interested in and that I asked out, or that I wanted to like say, hey, I'm over here, they were not interested in me. And now I at 36, I think that I definitely see why people were not interested in me, even though I thought, oh, we're both really smart and like stuff and blah. But at the time, I was too naive to be afraid to tell people about my feelings for them, because I was like, oh, I'm awesome. You're awesome. Let's get together. Now there's this learning about I knew about, I knew I grew more aware of feminism and the male gaze, and so it's what images are being sold. I didn't really think it affected me as much, and I'm like, oh yes, I can see why, because I'm not a tall person, I'm not a white person, I'm not a person with long hair, I'm short and weird and round and really, really smart, but people who are like my age and only my age were not interested in me. People who were interested in me were usually crazy and old at the same time. Then I found someone and that all worked out. But my point of that meandering story is that I was too naive to be afraid to ask other people out and to say, hey, I'm interested in you, or hey, I'm interested in this person. There was nothing about me when I was growing up that said, Oh, they wouldn't like you because you don't look right. Like you weren't thin enough, you weren't tall enough, you weren't light enough, you didn't have the right hair, you didn't have the right clothes, you were too loud, you were too much. I wasn't like loud, but I did voice my opinions quietly. And so people could hear I was too much of a troublemaker. I just wasn't cool enough. I was just like, I'm awesome. So why don't you like me? Now, having grown up, I'm like, I'm a little more reserved and I can see that. And I'm like, oh yeah, I just did whatever I wanted back then. And there are other ways that I did this in non like romantic ways of going after jobs and making friends and hosting parties and just lots of other things that at the time I just did them because I really wanted to do things and I really wanted to go after things. And there are times in my life where I think, oh my gosh, I was so stupid. What was I thinking? But then I think, is there anything I have tried? Is there anything that I wish I had tried that I didn't? And no, there isn't. I can't think of really many things that I would have tried or said or done that I didn't, because I just felt like, I'm gonna do this. I got an idea, go after it. So I encourage you to take that approach to your life. If there's something that you think, oh, I wish I could do that, go ahead and do it. I mean, short of hurting anyone else, please do not harm other people. But if you want to go sailing, I'm just laughing to myself as if there's another person with me, because I always mention sailing. And if you want to go sailing, try it. If you want to go biking and you've never been biking, go biking. If you want to say hello to someone at your coffee shop that you've never said hello to, but you think their laptop cover looks so cool, go say hello to them. Don't worry about the other person's reaction or other people's reaction to things that you want to do. Think about your life if you don't try it, and the regrets that you'll have if you don't try something. So even though I got rejected all the time from so many different angles, it's okay, because I mean, it's not the greatest feeling, but I'm so glad that I tried the things that I did. Okay, so 2, go for no. So this is the book. Go for no. My business partner, not business partnership, my business coach, Danny, told me about this book. It is called Go for No, and it is by Richard Fenton and Andrea Waltz, and it's about sales. It's about the concept that the people who succeed the most are the people who also fail the most. So Jordan, who is the leader in points in basketball, he's also the leader in failures at basketball. So you can't score all those points without failing the most as well. And for some people, you don't get that opportunity. Like, not everybody can play in the NBA. Obviously, there's only so many player slots every year, and not everybody can make it. But for other things that you can do, you need to try, and it's okay to fail. And you sometimes the only way to succeed really largely is to fail a lot to get there. So for instance, I still haven't figured out how to make this video stuff with all the things that I want to do, and coaching and helping other people get together and make their networks be a profitable business. I've gone through different iterations. This is my 3rd one. I guess, yeah, the 3rd one. Okay, yeah, I'll go with 3rd one. 3rd one for this market. So I am targeting women ages 25 to 44, as they're the people who follow me the most. And if you're in that age range, yes, that includes you. And I want to help ambitious women who may be awkward and introverted achieve their goals. I started with I Have a Dream Board, and that morphed into Write Your First Book with Mahlena. And now I'm on For Nerdy Girls with Mahlena. And I'll probably stick with this title, even though I may change the content. So it'll still be me talking to people about why you need to do stuff, but it may not be networking specifically or making friends specifically. It may be about personal branding or the essence will remain the same of you need to do stuff because it's your life and I want you to do what you want to do and make yourself the happiest, but it may not be the same what is it, vocabulary or the same the same words or same copy. That's it. It might not be the same copy, but the whole message underneath is that we need to smash the patriarchy. And one way that we can do that is actually go after our goals and show other women what we're doing so that we can all achieve great things together. So that is that. Go for no. I don't know. What was I talking about? Go for no. So it's about failing. That was it, failing. So I am telling people about this and continuing to go and go and go with what I'm doing, because as I'm on the journey, I will figure out more things. So even if people are like, no, I don't want to sign up for a networking strategy conversation, that's crazy. But someone else will, and I can learn something from them to be of service to other people in the future. So keep going for no, because on that road of failure is going to be success after success after success. They might be harder to find and enjoy, but the journey is the important part, and you have to have a lot of no's to have the most yeses. All right, 3, take a break, then keep going. This is not easy. Having a business isn't easy. Having a career isn't easy. Making friends is not easy, especially as you get older, because you don't necessarily run into the same amount of people as you did when you're younger. The good thing about it, as I mentioned before, is that you have more choice over the matter, especially now that you have the internet and you can talk to people all over the world who are also on the internet. You don't have to be online all the time. You don't have to go to networking events all the time. That can really burn you out. So if you are feeling frustrated and you are feeling like no one is ever going to get me, I really can't find my people, Mahlena, what are you talking about? Then take a break. And then once you have taken your break, reevaluate who you are, what you want, and who you want to meet, and then keep going again, because that break may let you know I wasn't on the right path. I wasn't looking for the right people. I was looking for people that I thought I was supposed to be looking for, when actually I connect with these people better. So if you are a chef and you are trying to connect with other chefs, but what you should really be doing is connecting with other business owners, not necessarily just chefs, then you may need to take a break from chefing and networking with chefs, and then see what other business owners share your same mindset so that you can take your chefing business to a level that you hadn't imagined, because you're sitting with a bunch of people who are exactly like you, even if they don't necessarily look like you and they aren't the same age, they're still in the same profession with that big hat. And you need to find some other business people from different industries who can give you insight in how to make your business successful. So take a break and then keep going. And you're going to have to take breaks as you go along. This isn't a one-time break. It's a break, keep going, break, keep going. All right, so rejection. What if no one likes me? Sometimes, all the time. I was being rejected all the time. That was it. I was being rejected all the time, but I was too naive to be afraid, so I just kept going. Now there is less naivete, but I mean, it's still in there, and I still do crazy things. But you just keep going, and you don't look at it as, what if somebody rejects me, but think of it as, will I regret not making that decision or taking action in the future? Will I regret that I didn't even try? And then try. 2, go for no. Going for no doesn't mean that you're going to avoid people who might reject you. It's you're going to look at a long slew of people, and each no is a step to a yes, because each no allows you to learn something so that you can go to the next person and the next person and the next person. And 3, take a break and keep going. Rejection is hard. It is draining. You don't want to just keep getting rejected all the time. You need to take a break, reevaluate what you're doing and what you want, and then keep going with your networking, because you can make friends in business. You can build your network. It can be tough, but it is worth it if you put in the effort and recognize that other people are going through the exact same thing, and you're making a huge step by even saying, I want to take a step. So remember, rejection is hard, but you can get through it if you keep going. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. If you have a question, then leave it in the comment section. Or if you're not on Facebook right now, you're watching this somewhere else, email me at fornerdygirls@gmail.com. Or if you have an epiphany and say, I need to figure out this networking strategy stuff, I want to have a conversation with Mahlena, then email me at fornerdygirls@gmail.com fornerdygirls@gmail.com, and we'll have a conversation. You'll be talking, I'll be writing stuff down, and we'll come up with a plan within 50 minutes. That's 50 minutes, and we will implement it immediately. Again, that's a 50-minute conversation. You talk, I write stuff down, we come up with a plan, you implement it immediately, and it's called a networking strategy conversation. Email me at fornerdygirls@gmail.com so you can have a networking strategy conversation with me. Thanks for watching.